Hello, this is Adam Griebel, and welcome to Cascading Style Sheets, or CSS. This has been split into 4 different lessons. Lesson 1 is what CSS and why do we need it. Lesson 2 is CSS placement. Lesson 3 is all about CSS structure. And Lesson 4, let's write some CSS already. Okay, let's go ahead and get started with Lesson 1. What's CSS and why do we need it? Cascading Style Sheets, or CSS, is a powerful way to add styling and to control a website's appearance. CSS was created to work alongside HTML. However, it is a different language compared to HTML. You can use CSS to control everything from the color of your text to how far apart elements are spaced on your page. CSS will also allow you to change the color and background of an element, as well as adding borders to an element. It will even allow you to do more advanced stuff like pop-up windows. One of the real benefits of CSS is that it allows web developers to separate the content from the presentational information and to have all of a website's presentational information in one place. The cascading in Cascading Style Sheets, it basically refers to the order of precedence that a browser uses to apply the different style rules. If there are any conflicting declarations, the cascade is the process that sorts it all out and determines which rule will finally win. In other words, the style rule with the highest precedence is the one that is used. One of the simplest forms of precedence is that the style that has been declared last on the page is the one that will be applied. That is, if all other things are equal. Well, now that I've given you a brief synapse of what CSS is, let's talk about why we need it. In the beginning, well, before CSS at least, HTML was used to control the presentational aspects of a page. With websites becoming increasingly complex, a majority of the code merely determined the appearance of a website. While this really didn't create any problems for the end user, it made web site maintenance especially difficult and time-consuming. For example, to change the color of your links, you would need to go to each and every link and change it manually. So in 1995, the World Wide Web Consortium, or the W3C, began working on a solution. By 1996, the W3C came up with, you guessed it, CSS. Using CSS to move the presentational information out of the HTML document not only makes websites easier to update and maintain, but it also has several other benefits, such as, well, cleaning up the code, making the websites easier to be indexed by search engines, and making websites more compatible with screen readers. CSS also gives you more options and can make a much richer looking web page than HTML could ever do by itself.